Hey guys, Gino Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well out there in the world today. I had some people ask me if I would do a refried bean, how I can them up video, and I will. Here I got about 5 pounds or so of pinto beans, a couple of pounds of miscellaneous jowl bacon, a couple of pieces of regular bacon, some chunks of fat from ham. If I had some smoked ham hocks, I would put those in there. I like that smoky flavor in my refried beans. I've got about one whole large onion, and then salt and pepper to taste. You can just keep dipping your spoon in there and taste it, and salt and pepper to taste, and cook your beans. I've already got a video out on how to make refried beans. So I'm not going to go through the whole process here because I already did a video on how to make it, and I will try to put a super cool annotation to that right there, and so you can go back and see the whole process on how I make my refried. Damn it, it didn't show up. So I guess I'll leave a link to that video in the about section, I guess, since it didn't show up on my super cool annotation crap. So anyway, there's going to be a lot of people that say, you shouldn't can refried beans because it isn't safe. That's stupid. You're stupid. That's stupid. And I'm like, oh, calm down. I'm not saying I advocate it. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm not saying please run out and make refried beans and can them up. But if you do it at your own risk, as I do it at my own risk. But I don't feel there's any risk because I do it and I'm still here and I have yet to get any kind of illness or have anything not work out the way that it should. So step number one of canning homemade refried beans is make refried beans. So this is the first step, and once we get the beans done and we get to the whole part where we've already had them refried and they're done and they are in the form of the refried beans, or as I like to call them, fart paste. Sorry, that was bad. Oh, anyway. Then we'll go to the next process in the whole canning thing, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you guys in a couple hours when the beans are done and we're ready to rock and or roll. Okay, you can see we've got a big old pot. I used the stick blender and mashed them up. We made the good old quote-unquote fart paste. Now step two after step one, remember step one was cook the beans. Step two is now fry the beans. So I got them in a skillet. I just put a little bit of butter at the bottom of the skillet. I got it on medium high, and we're going to fry these beans up just like I said in the other video. So go watch the other video. Step two, fry the beans. Step three, we take our beans that we've fried, we put them in the bowl, we let them cool off a little bit, and then we refry. Get it? The name refried beans. We refry the beans. Fry them twice. And this is step 3 or 4 or 2 or whatever step we're on. So now we're going to refry them for a little bit and get them good and bubbly and frying again, and then we will show you step numero 5 or 4 or whatever the hell step we're on. So sorry I got lost, but we'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, we have fried these again for a few more minutes. I don't know exactly how much time, but you see how they look. They will thicken as they cool. They will thicken especially after they're canned and cooled. So now we're going to take these over here and we're going to fill up pint jars. I would not do quarts, only do pints. I can them and treat them just like I do meat. And if you do quart jars, you're not going to guarantee that they are going to get heated thoroughly all the way through the jar. This is a really dense, thick mass that you're going to be canning up. So I never use anything other than pint jars to can up refried beans. And if you need more than a pint, then just open up 2 pints. So, a little short on that one, but that's alright. Now we've got a lot of these to do because we're making a big old batch. So When we get to the part to where we're going to start putting them, because we've still got to fry up this whole other batch, got to fry a whole bunch more up. So when we get to the part where we're going to start putting them in a canner, we'll get back with you then. And it may be tomorrow, but it may be tonight, but it may be tomorrow. So we'll see you when we get to that point. Okay guys, we are here the next day. We've got 18 of our pints that we're putting into our pressure canner. Put the lid on. Wouldn't find my little arrows. Yeah, we got 18 in here. Double stacked them. And I'm going to do them just like we would do pints of meat. So we're going to put them in the canner at 10 pounds. We're going to let the canner get up to 10 pounds of pressure. Let it vent for 10 minutes. Put the weight on and can them for 75 minutes just like we would do meat, because it's a thick mass and we want to make sure that it gets heated all the way through. I'm doing this on the stove rather than the rocket stove because we got company over today and we got stuff going on and I don't want to have to keep tending the fire. So anyway, like I say, we're going to do it for 75 minutes, maybe a little longer, because it's not like we're worried about them turning into mush or anything, because, you know, it is what it is. So, alrighty, so once we get everything going and we get these canned up, like I said, remember, let it vent, steam for 10 minutes, put the weight on, 10 pounds of pressure for 75 minutes. So, we'll get back with you in a little while. Alrighty, we got our steam venting, so now we're going to put our weight on here. The steam has been venting for about 10 minutes. And we're going to put our weight on there and wait till the gauge gets up to 10 pounds. And once our gauge hits 10 pounds of pressure, then we'll start our timer for 75 minutes. Alrighty, we are now at 10 pounds of pressure there on our gauge. So we're going to set our timer for 75 minutes because there's pint jars. And we'll see you in 75 minutes or a little thereafter whenever everything cools down, or whenever I happen to get back in here to finish up the video. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, our 75 minutes is up and I've already turned off the burner, and now we're going to let the canner cool completely down until there's no pressure whatsoever. Do not remove the lid, do not remove the weight, nothing until the pressure gauge hits 0 and it's cool to the touch. So just turn off your burner and then just walk away for a while. So that's what we're doing. Okay guys, it's cooled down enough to where I can handle it. The pressure gauge is at 0. I took the weight off to make sure that there's no extra pressure in there. The safety's down. So now we're going to open up the lid. You always want to turn the lid away from you so that you don't get any kind of steam burns. Set the lid off to the side. And here we have our canned homemade refried beans. They're going to be a little gooey until they set up a little bit. You just remove them like you do anything else. Set them onto towels on your kitchen counter so your jars don't bust. And wait for them magic sound to start happening where it starts going pop, pop. And there you go. That's how I can my refried beans. Like I said, this is one of the things that there's going to be a lot of people who say don't do it, don't recommend it. I do it, and I have not had any issues. This is how I do it. So do it at your own risk, just like I do it at my own risk. And I hope this helps. Get some ideas out there. And thanks for watching. If I can do it, you can do it. So have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz. The end.